On point. On point.
Again, let's do it again.
On point. On point. On point. On point. God damn it. On point. On point. Yeah, man. On point.
Today we just want to have a real nice, chilled conversation. Hopefully it shall educate as well. You know, enjoy, be blessed. Shout out to all our listeners. Keep following. Please keep sharing. You know,
Mwah.
liking the pictures and engaging. Most important, you know. I think we had that conversation before. I asked how many of us know a millionaire.
I know a couple millionaires, bruv. I know a couple of them. I know Puff Daddy.
Diddy, Papa Diddy Pop.
Yeah.
I think it meant personally, right?
Let me drop one here for you people. Very soon you won't even know one. He's sitting in front of all of you.
I see how
Prince, we're not talking about Naira.
because is this where I'm facing, right? He said he's sitting in front of you. So Maiwa,
Lord, I be there.
the Lord is that straight.
Remember me.
It's basically talking about
I'm
himself.
talking about myself.
But you're sitting
Yeah.
beside him.
but my name is himself.
And I am the one. So
Oh, your name is the one.
the one.
In that Boski,
The maker of heaven. and-
a maker of heaven and earth.
Yeah, I know some millionaires as well.
But like in person?
In person,
And
no.
as F1 said already, not... Okay, no. Maya said, not Naira.
Yeah, of course.
No,
I'm a millionaire. If we're talking
multiple
about
naira millionaire.
Yes.
That's what I am. Alhamdulillah.
But-
That's Maiwa would say.
Mashallah.
when we're talking euros, dollars,
Not in pounds.
and pounds as well. We are talking about that.
Toxic
I
currency.
I don't know anyone. I wish I could, but
Okay, but like if you guys would know someone that is a millionaire, how would that change your life? You know?
Not at all.
Because not at all.
Let's be fair. Knowing a millionaire doesn't do anything for you.
Really?
Having access to a millionaire, that's what I think has an impact. What do you think? Do you think knowing a millionaire makes you different?
I feel it does. If you know a millionaire, like I think Maya will still elaborate on that, but as he mentioned before that, yeah, trying to, you know, build a relationship, a rapport with them, that could change. I guess that's what you mean with access. You
Yeah.
have access to them.
Exactly.
And not access to their, you know, their money, but like access to, you know, being in their present, talking to them,
Word.
rubbing minds, ideas, you know, exchanging, what's it called, advice, etc., etc. So I believe, yeah, it would make a big difference.
I can't tell you that. Because I think we talked about it already. I said I know someone that will inherit something worth of millions. So
But I don't count those people. That's
we
not
don't
the
count.
one.
Yeah, I know.
Not like they are millionaires,
Yeah.
but I'm not talking about those type of.
Well, the thing was, when I came to know the guy, I did not know that it's going to happen one day. So I went to go and visit him, and his apartment was mad. Even the location, 6th Street, Marie-Straße direct. So we were there, and his apartment is on the last roof, on the last floor. I said, if it's how much are you paying for that place? Because you know, Marie-Straße, you know, the place is expensive. So he said, my grandmom, she's the one of the whole building. I said, So I was looking at that. I told
That's
the,
another level.
yeah.
Not owner of the apartment.
So we went out. We went upstairs to the terrace and so sitting down talking, and then he said, "Next time we go to the bigger one." I said, "What? You have two in the same apartment?" He said, "It's not, isn't it normal?"
As in two in the same complex, the building.
No,
Another building.
for the in the apartment, they have two places to go out,
Two terraces.
two terraces
okay.
for one apartment.
Yeah.
I said, what's going on? So, but where I want to go to is if you can handle it. And I don't know what went through my mind. That day I said, bro, please be careful. I might misuse it.
You might misuse it.
I might misuse it. I told him direct.
As in, like, what do you mean with you might misuse it?
We're all Nigerians, so we all skilled in 419.
No. I am a child of God.
Be deceiving yourself.
I am a child of God. He calls me friend. So I'm not a scammer.
I'm not a scammer.
No, but what do you mean? What do you mean? Please, I will misuse it.
That's exactly.
There's an S in this one. There's an S in scam.
So
In that
that's-
Boski.
that's
Jot this
what's
down.
Prince.
Jot this down.
I just had a feeling that when I stick close to that guy,
He was strong.
yeah, because you see, I can still tell you why too. We went out for party, and so I was just dancing and all that. So we went to go and sit at the table at the club, and that guy
Fragrance.
went to go and buy bottles for our table. I'm just looking at him. He said, "Bro,
What's the problem?
what's the?" I mean, I couldn't handle it that time. That's what I have to say right now.
What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean exactly with
Okay, like
you might misuse it?
this, I'll be going with you every time to go and party. You be spending.
But that means you're not even a scammer. I know that was not the point, but that means you're not a scammer
I'm not
because
the
for you
scammer.
announcing to him that I might misuse it. You're also a child of God.
I hope you laughed afterwards
happy.
after you using that term.
Are you a shit? Don't be a shit. Cause like if you say I would misuse it. For me, it's like okay, I know I have, as you said, scamming tendencies. I might ask for money. That's how you're making it sound. Like
So, who else knows a millionaire or doesn't know a millionaire in here?
I think if you're working, you know a millionaire. Well, I know a millionaire, multiple millionaires.
But you have no access.
in person.
In person, yeah. Definitely no millionaire. I don't want to put anybody on blast. That will be like, don't
Thank
put my
you,
thing
but I
on
told you
blast.
don't mention me in public.
No, but the thing is just like if I said like the money doesn't change you as a person that is trying to converse with a millionaire, because it depends on because it depends on where do I want to go to in life. So if I can identify my life goals with you, then I want to get to know you because I want to understand like how are you living, not about the whole money thing, but also like okay, how do you go about your family, how do you go about your business, and that's what I'm interested in. Just being friends with millionaires, I think everybody, you can definitely achieve that or be friends with some people that have money, but the thing is also the whole concept like spouse, you have a family, and the things that you do. So that's what I want to get to know. Okay, like how are they going about their life? How do you go about their day to day? That's what I'm interested in.
The thing is like because most people that are successful, or let me say like rappers, they always say like self-made, but like
This is a nonsensical statement.
exactly because you always have to get to know someone that will take you to the next level. So now that's why I was asking.
Do you know the way I see what you just said?
Yeah,
Like you said, it's nonsensical.
that's what he said.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
That's what
I
Maya
just
said.
agreed.
Okay, so I am agreeing with your agreement in to what he said. In sense of it being nonsensical, I agree in as much as there's nothing one man does all by himself.
Yeah, no one man.
Circumstances make us become who we also are. And people that might have been there, even though it was just in the smallest aspects.
Mm-hmm.
So
Part of
there
the
is
puzzle.
nothing I believe that you just did all by yourself. The majority of the work was your effort. But you had people in your surroundings that in one way or another supported you.
Yeah,
So that's why I don't think that someone should really use the I just did it all by myself.
mm-hmm.
But yeah,
It's
in a nutshell, you really like get the main part of it done, but there are people that are supporting you one way or another.
exactly.
Yeah.
Sometimes prayers,
So the open question will be now: to become a millionaire, do you need to know a millionaire? Because if you check your surrounding, and you see that okay, I guess the most wealthiest person I know is in the thousands area, maybe 50 or 100, whatever. Does that mean that's how far you can get?
No. No, because you definitely have to identify like how much money you need in order for you to, me and you have the conversation, in order for you to have like a proper and peaceful life. So using somebody
know.
that is a millionaire is kind of like showing you like, okay, this is how I'm living as a millionaire, and you decide for yourself like, okay, that type of million that that person has is too little for me. Maybe I need 100 million. Maybe I need a billion because I think that I need to have like a $300 million yacht. And I need to kind of like have a private jet on the go where my whole family can fit in. So I would definitely need more money. If you are kind of like conversing with a millionaire, it gives you an insight on how a millionaire lives, you know? So you decide for yourself, okay, like, does that make sense for me or do I need more? But that person also helps you to understand, like, okay, how do you do your business and how do you also maintain that finance, you know? So going forward is also like, no matter what you want to do in your life, you need to find somebody that has been doing it for longer than you have, in order to understand, like, okay, I like what you're doing because you have experience. Let's say, like, somebody has been a millionaire, maybe they also have inherited it, but it's still difficult to inherit money and maintain the money and maintain the wealth.
Yeah.
For instance, like somebody has been a millionaire for the last 10 years. So that means that person is already 10 years in the game of being a millionaire. Where are you starting? So always look at the person that has been doing certain job longer than you have been doing it and see in their expression if they're still happy. That's how you go about your life.
That I also feel like when you said before that do you need to know a millionaire to become a millionaire? I don't want to answer the question, but I want to put something. It's like I always think that all of us we are kind of limited to our surroundings.
Exactly. That's
Yeah.
where I'm going.
Yeah. So I think like if I give any one of you $1 million right now, by the grace of God, it will be possible to do that. Can I hear amen?
Amen.
I don't know what you mean by that.
I have my own.
If you give me $1 million, I give you 4.
Amen.
Amen.
But if you don't have 1 million now, what are you going to do tomorrow with that 1 million?
Exactly. You don't have the knowledge to manage a
Are
million.
you able to increase it? Because if you start with 1 million, you have to aim for the 10 million at least, or for a higher point.
Excuse me?
If I give you 1 million today,
Yeah.
you need to find a way how to do 10 million.
But that's where I'm going. It's not about someone, a millionaire, giving you $1 million. It's just that we all know this. Birds of the same,
Feather flock together.
flock together. So it's like if you know a millionaire and you are, as Efwa said, have access to him, eventually you will become a millionaire, right? Because there are certain topics that they talk about, trying to uplift, etc., etc. I guess they will uplift you with their knowledge. So that's why it's like I think you then said it, you are limited to your surroundings. So that's why I was saying, I believe that if we would know a millionaire, our level status would change. That's where I was actually going to with that.
Yeah.
So if you guys had a week with a millionaire or $1 million from a millionaire, what would you guys choose? A week with a millionaire that will take his time. Let me even make it more interesting. He would take his time to have
Pick his
impartation into you. Yeah. So you can ask questions. You can be mentored for just a week or $1 million.
I'm taking the million.
Why?
My kitty brother, talk to me because I know where your eyes telling me what
Hey,
you
kitty
want.
brother.
I'm taking the $1 million.
I knew that. I knew that.
Why?
Who mentor help? Nah, come on. To be honest, now I've seen a lot of these questions. There's questions like this, like spend a day with Dangote or take 1 million. Like, come on. If I have that 1 million, even if I
spend time with me,
even if I spend it anyhow I want, that's my business. But staying 1 week with a rich man, and then him telling me or giving me a lecture or teaching me how to make money and all those kind of things, and at the end of the day, all the lecture you gave me, where am I going to get money to start or to put things into action? You get me? So for me, I would definitely take that money. And once you have that money, and people know you have that money, a lot of people will come into your life. People that might even give you ideas, better ideas on how to invest that money.
Personally, I'm not mad with when people say I'll take the money because it depends on where you are right now. You know your level of how far you have brought certain ideas or like who you know. That's how you know what to pick. Like now, as he just said, now if you get that 1 million and people come with ideas, that means that type of person doesn't have ideas at the moment. Like now, but if you have ideas, it's more difficult. I go with the millionaire, the wealthy man. You can talk with him, share your own ideas so that he can, I guess, put I would say put loopholes in your idea so that you can think further. Like, okay, what happens if this does not work? If this doesn't work, that's one option. Or you really just take the million and then invest in the direction you're trying to go.
So Maya, talk to us, man.
Ooh, it's difficult because I think both things make sense always depending on your, let's say, kind of like financial status,
And
If
also
you-
idea-wise.
idea-wise
if
as
If
well.
you don't have any ideas,
Exactly.
it's tough as well.
It's tough as well. So
I don't blame people who take money. Or
exactly,
who want,
you can do either both. It's always about actually about intelligence. I can give you 1 million now, and you might be like, okay, I don't know what necessarily to do, but in order to actually be successful in life, you just have to know who to call.
Yeah.
I have 1 million. I don't know what to do. There's somebody like you rightly said, Desmond. Somebody will come to you.
A lot of people will come.
And exactly, so you can be like, you know what, come
Let's
to
start
me.
with TikTok videos.
Exactly, something like that, maybe. But it's a tough one. But I would still say like let me get this 1 week with that dude.
Do you know why?
Yeah, but I was also tell you why. You know
Well,
why I'm saying that. You know
Let's
why I'm
wait for
saying
your
that.
first answer first.
Do you know why I'm saying that? Because maybe it sounds kind of like weird or kind of like conceited. I know that will make 1 million, but I need to know like how to maintain that shit. But I also need to know how to get into elite, because once you made 1 million, they will be telling you like, okay, I'm investing into this. Come and talk to me, or even it might just be like, now I have an access to, because I know I need 1 week to be a friend with a millionaire. Now I have access to a millionaire. Don't you think eventually I will make 1 million?
Yeah.
Or multiple
that's right.
millions?
If you
And
spend 1 week with a millionaire, the question was, you spend 1 week,
Yeah.
and that's it.
Do you really
But-
think so? Do you really
but
think so?
No,
It never ends.
No, wait. Let's
To be
be
mentor,
honest.
to
For,
teach you
Yeah.
how to do things.
for the sake of the question, yes. Let's say you spend 1 week, but keep in mind that's why it's easier to take the money. Why? Like a serious gamble would be talking to the millionaire, spending time with him. Why? Because you need to know the right questions to ask.
Exactly.
And see,
Many of us don't know the right
That's
questions.
why I
to
said
ask.
that it doesn't matter what
That's
you
why.
choose.
That's why I said it depends on your level. Some people they will take the week with the millionaire. I've heard certain people. I think like Young Thug. There's one interview where he was like, "Yo, if I'm around Rick Ross, if I'm around Jay-Z, I soak up what they're saying because it's like they have so much knowledge, but he knows the right thing to ask. I'm in the music business. How do I go about this and this and this?" Speaking, what F1 said with the whole 50 and the whole G unit, we'll start talk about that one.
But 1 week, for me, 1 week is
Yeah.
just too.
That's what I want-
It's
yeah.
too little.
That's
One
what
week
I'm
is
thinking
not
too.
too
It's
little.
not too
see-
little. You
see
can.
where I'm saying.
It's
1
not
week
too
is
little.
just it's too
no,
little,
do you know
man.
why-
But that's what I'm saying. If you have an
Come on.
idea already,
If you have an
if
idea
have
already,
something,
if you have the
raw
question,
materials,
it's like
please,
it's
how
like
do
you're
I go
going.
about this?
It's
How do I
like
go
it's
about
like
that?
you're going to for a course, and you go
Yeah,
to this
but
course,
so-
1 week course, and you think you're going to get 1 million out of that.
No,
Even
but
if you're
you-
talking
but
to a
you-
millionaire.
Do you see? You are using your this mindset of like, I'll go to that person, I will get this thing.
And
It's
I'll
not.
go.
It's not about that. It's just about like, you know what,
You want to spend time.
as well.
Add value to yourself.
Add value to you exactly because
And many
obviously,
things, so many etiquettes, like how you enter an interview.
like making money is definitely very important. But I'm also asking myself like, how are you going about your
Maintain-
life?
Yeah.
How do you make it work with your wife and kids? All type of things. So we'll not just be talking about like money. We're talking about like, what's your hobby?
So
What do
you
you
really
actually
think
do?
you really think 1 week is
It's-
enough for all that?
Guy,
So
okay,
and mind you, you won't
how long do you
have the 24 hours access to this particular person.
Okay, now you're
Guy.
adding stuff now.
guy?
But no.
It's sometimes just
I don't know.
Sometimes
We just have to be realistic
Desmond.
about it because you guys are being realistic. You were adding things in it. So me too. Now I'm saying, okay, maybe in a day, you spend, I don't know, 8 hours with that particular
and
person.
that's why you take the money, because this is not attack towards you. If you can't sell yourself in a week, you cannot sell yourself at all. I need to
Jot things down.
no in an interview. How long does an interview take? I need to sell
30
myself.
to
Look, the
45
first
minutes.
impressions is under it's it's not seconds, milliseconds for the first impression. And afterwards, everything you say after those milliseconds is kind of like, I'm trying to like figure out like, okay, this is Desmond. It's not 7 seconds, it's milliseconds. Okay, we're 7 seconds. It's 7 seconds. So everything
You're
you
done.
afterwards that comes out of your mouth, I'm kind of like connecting everything that you said with your first impression. So I'm already like, okay, Desmond said like, if you have an expression of, okay, I want to be a businessman, and I'm talking to you about like, what do you think of this economic problem crisis that's happening, and you're like, oh God, I know to read those things. So it doesn't make sense.
See, I want to drop one thing right now. I personally believe that the millionaires, most of them, don't know how they got there. I'm sure.
Please,
I'll- let's-
why
okay,
would you
let's-
say
let's-
things
I'll
with your
just-
chest?
Wait,
with his
wait.
chest.
Or let me say it different. I think what they think how they got there is not how they really got there, because I think all the experience they gathered together, I think they won't count it at the end of the day, and I think that are the things that really made them become a millionaire at the end of the day. And when you spend 1 week with that guy, number one, 1 week is never enough. I'm on this one side.
1 week is never
Because
enough.
Becoming
You
a
can't-
millionaire is a lifetime experience for them, I guess. It's what
Becoming a
I
what?
guess. A millionaire. It's a experience from, I don't, nobody know where it started.
Can I prove?
Go for it, because we still need your
Okay.
yeah
See,
your opinion.
if you go broke today,
Wait, the millions or the 1 week?
I would go for impartation, mentorship. The reason why I say so is simply every one of us has a different way of seeing things and this world. You guys are seeing it from a week is not enough. I am seeing it as me spending that time, I have built relationship. Number one. Number two, I will ask questions. I would want to follow him to wherever he's going to.
Definite questions. Like I want
Definite
to
questions,
target-
not just, oh, why are you eating muesli every morning? I might ask such questions, but
because they are also necessary.
I want to know, and as you said, pick the brain. Why do you think so? Why this? Then I will have, for example, now, something that I'm interested in, and I'll ask him, in this 1 week, I want you to put me through, while we're doing your whatever, on how I can achieve similar success with my product or with my good. This is what money might not be able to get you immediately. And another thing that happens is that association. You
People
start
you get to.
feeding off his network or her network. You know?
Just in 1 week.
You won't get to know everyone, but there are
Persist-
people.
I-
There are people and
Skate
information.
information, I
See,
never, okay.
see my
Beat there.
see Deso and Prince. If you want to get a Maybach, do you know where you get a Maybach in Vienna? Just a question, yes or no?
Not.
But I bet you a millionaire will get the information this season.
Okay, wait. Let me ask you one thing.
So
now.
why did I say that? Access to things you know and I
If
don't.
I have 1 million, I can get it in a second.
So after you use $1 million to buy a Maybach, how much remains?
No, I can't use
You
a
are no more
million.
millionaire.
I can't.
Trust
I can't.
me.
I
That's
can't
the
use a
maintaining.
million.
You're a thousand.
I can't
You're
use
a
a million
boy
to buy a
again.
Maybach. But if I have 1 million and I ask if I can get it, like if
You
someone can
get
give me
it.
information,
But
yeah,
at
of course.
This time, remember, at this time, the question was, like $1 million or time with someone that is a multi-millionaire, and you won't just go for some freshly freshly baked millionaire.
No.
You'll go for someone that,
Seasoned.
yeah,
Seasoned.
a veteran.
Yeah, I would go for that, but for a more period of time, for a longer period of time.
Okay, so
It's
you're
just
saying
like
just that 1 week is not
just
enough.
that 1 week. That's not realistic enough. It's like you're being his PA for his personal assistant for 1 week, and you have to see everything he's doing. You ask questions as well.
See, can I tell
Even
you something?
PA for many years, what did they achieve? Nothing.
Because some PAs
So it depends.
don't
It depends on the
aspire-
mindset as well.
Some PAs don't aspire to achieve or to be millionaires.
Even if you are,
They
if
are
you aspire,
satisfied
I know,
by
I
their
know.
earnings.
Even-
Some, I'm not talking about all.
Even if you aspire, I'd still think 1 week is never enough.
1 week. We are not saying that 1 week is enough
If
for
we
you
could
to
get
become,
more than 1
but there
week
are
is, of
things
course, we'll
that
pick
you will
that.
If you
benefit.
get more than 1 week, like if
Okay,
you have a month,
another question: a month or
If
a
you have a
month,
month.
or a million?
I would go with a month.
Some people will still go
Yeah, with
with
that
a
million.
with a million.
Wait, let's
There are
change the
some, of course,
question
some people.
first.
Even if you tell some people a year, what am I doing a year? What am I doing?
Because the way
No,
I see
just
it,
the
you know,
1 million.
see, you having, let's call the person a mentor, yeah? There will be so many things that you have access to see. And once you see those things, your horizon is boom.
Are you
explosion.
able to
Exactly,
use
yeah.
that information
Yes.
they give you? Are you able?
Yes.
Because I think they're too high for you. You will not
What are
be
you
able.
talking about? Like Shark Tank, for example. Do you know how joyful those people get when the what's it called? The investor says, I do not only want shares or like percentage from the company. I want to join you guys in building this company.
Yeah.
The what they always say, the connection I can give you, etc., etc. Bro,
Your money
But
can't
come
just
on,
be-
Exactly.
your question at the beginning, like from me, you are broke, but you have the
you talk
ideas.
for yourself. Bro. I'm
No,
not
no, no,
broke.
no, 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 no,
Mine
no.
was shaking
And
his
I
head
said
like,
according. Come on now. Don't let me. According to his question at the beginning, like broke, a million or 1 week with a millionaire. That was what he said.
Yeah, that's where we
So
got into this.
you as a broke person, you're quite intelligent. Maybe you're intelligent. You know what you want. You have the questions. You have the right questions to ask in a week. So let's just say you ask all these questions, everything you want. You jot things down. You have you manage to build connection with your brokers, where you don't even know where to start. Then so you manage to have these connections, but what would you do with it? Even when you can't invest,
Just sorry, you guys.
you're talking about
I
shareholders.
have a question. Working for a Fortune 500 company, yeah, where you get like 20,000
A year.
a month, or working as an intern, meaning you're also a personal PA to the CEO. What do you go for?
Personal PA for the CEO, or 20,000
In
in a month.
yeah,
In a month.
You guys answer first.
like
you have
you
answered
can
it.
have the employment, you have the job as long as you want, or like being a personal PA for the CEO, which means you're not getting paid for like 6 months.
And for 6 months, I'll be getting like
You're not getting paid.
for 6 months. I can get like the 20K forever.
Yeah, you can
Like-
decide. I go for the
So
position. I
unbefristed,
work.
working
Yeah,
there.
and I work for the Fortune 500 company.
I'm going for a 20K.
Elaborate, please.
No, he doesn't have to elaborate. That's fine. I just wanted to know. How about you, bro?
Okay.
No, he said the PA.
No, he didn't say. He just questioned. Right? You just questioned to know what I said.
So now it's about time, spending time.
You have like 6
If-
months.
If I know what I want, if I really know what I want, then I'll go for the PA thing. Because there is a difference between knowing what you want and just doing it because you are close to a millionaire.
Yeah, because my only issue with answering that question is they're basically saying all my funds that is coming in is shut down.
Yeah.
I got bills to pay, bro.
I got kids to feed. I'm going for the 6 months internship with the CEO. Yeah.
Can I add one thing? You people extended your own that 1 week of.
What's
Sorry
my
for
you're
going
saying?
back.
I'm always going for knowledge more than money.
But that money
We know
doesn't.
ourselves.
Yeah. Look, everything is just about asking questions, asking the proper questions. You only need a few moments to know
To change destiny.
to exactly.
Which
So-
I agree because like
so-
the video I played
But
before,
to each his own. Some people do maybe like, okay, let me take the money and run with it.
And they'll
It's
grow
different.
out of there.
But Mike, did you see the video I played before? Before we started,
Yeah.
You know, the one with the guy was like, a motivational speaker. He was like, I spoke, what's it called, uploaded my video on Instagram, and then another guy that saw the video, just one line in that video, him and his wife, they were so motivated, they switched it off, and they started for business.
Ubon King.
Yeah.
So I listen to stuff.
So then they started.
Bakery, the internet thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So then he called him for launching and stuff. He didn't even call him to invest. He didn't call him to like, I need publicity or whatever. Just come on, I guess get our service, etc., etc. Let's chat, I guess. So like I get it when you say you go for knowledge. I really do. But me in my mind, I'm just thinking like, what about my bills? That's
Because I think if we have something saved, a little something, and it is sufficient enough to take care of bills, the value you are able to gain out of information and access, like
confirmed.
all in access, being the personal PA
Definitely.
to CEO, like you're in there, you're hearing stuff, your horizon,
Yeah.
you're getting to understand things, see
Definitely.
the way people reason.
Yeah, I get it.
Because now people that exchange words about 1,000, 2,000, 10,000, 50, 100,000, that's a whole nother league. If you're talking about business deals of like, yo, tell him this transfer, no, we want to do this, get this batch, transfer this container. This is a whole nother realm.
I think I sent you the interview of the chief financial executive of Diddy, right? Of Bad Boys. The guy that was the interview. There was one interview.
Maybe you
The
did.
guy that was in charge of the whole finance in Bad Boys, right? And he was just talking about the experience in those meetings. Not only there, but like outside as well. Like he would tell Diddy, this is how we're going in there. This is the money, the number we want to reach. If we reach that number, we're good. And then they will enter the boarding
Meetings,
meeting, and he'll see how Diddy would display
Maneuvers, how he maneuvers.
Exactly. I'm manipulate everyone, and he's like, that guy is 4 steps ahead of everyone. That's a jewel. You don't get that with what's it called? I'll just be getting that 20K or that 1 million.
Yeah.
You get me? Like,
But
so.
if you guys have plans of things you will definitely achieve if you have the money, then that might be the perfect route for
But it
you.
would also, that's why I said it, there's no right or wrong answer.
Yeah,
Because even
yeah.
if you go with like now, if you have a business, as you said, you present it in front of them.
Like,
And
yo,
the good thing would even be like if they tell you, nah, this is shit, this and this, and you can always modify. Every
Yeah.
day come back, like, okay, I worked on this, so now where's the problem? Here's another problem. You work on it again and again and again until it's
Yeah.
perfect.
So even in this 1 week, they might even invest in you
They-
if you have the proper.
If
So
they like the
yeah.
idea,
and some people, they don't even care overly about how fantastic your idea could be, but they care about your integrity. And having integrity to some billionaires, that's like what one of the things Mayowa cares about. He's not used the word integrity, but at the beginning of this conversation, he had something like managing family, right? Like wife. All these things, a person that is not too keen about wife and relationship doesn't care about that. And I think such things also come with integrity.
Yeah.
A man that has integrity considers how he's going to treat his wife when he makes the money, people around him, how to manage success. Like, as I said, not making the money. He trusted himself to make the money. But how do I manage and maneuver life once I've made and I've achieved that kind of success? You like that, right?
Ah, my boy F said it. But that's
Yeah,
what it
yeah,
is.
yeah.
That's what it is. I think just like to each his own. You know, you can go about your life the way you want to, but I'm always interested in like, how do you have fun? How do you manage work? I know certain people that will be like, they're working tirelessly, proper millionaires. They invite you to their home, your eyes will like Prince said, your eyes will ball out. But they'll be calm. They'll be working, but they also know how to cut it off. They know how to treat their kids properly. Still give their kids time. You can make millions, but what if you don't have time for your wife? You don't have time for your kids. That will also that will also affect you. That's not a good life. Not every money is blessing. I want the money that's a blessing to me. If it's $1 million, it's $1 million. If it's 10, it's 10. If it's less than $1 million and I'm still happy and I can still buy what I can buy and need to buy, I'm okay. So that's what I want to know. But more importantly, I want to be in a circle of people that are in the elite. And if you give me 1 million, I'm still hanging out with you guys. With this million, I still don't know anybody that's a millionaire. And they might just be like, oh, but you're just a young millionaire. What do you know? Let's see next if you still have the million. Like you said, you buy a house or you buy a Maybach. Guy, I'm a thousandaire now. I'm already a thousandaire. You know? For certain clubs, to be in a certain midst of certain people, you need more than $1 million. Or you need more than ideas. Or certain people that might be in the midst, but they're not millionaires, but they have connections. Not everybody needs multiple millions of funds, you know? But we can run this topic like multiple.
Yeah. Like you said, you're right. So each its own.
Yeah.
So, but for me, 1 week or $1 million, I'm still going with $1 million though. Going with it because I believe you can actually acquire a lot with $1 million. A lot of things you want to know with $1 million.
Definitely. A good house.
And
For a
I'm not even talking about a house. Fuck a house, man.
Are you sure?
Yeah, of course.
So you are going to pay rent the whole life?
No, I don't say I'm going to pay rent my whole life. But if I get $1 million, a house is not the first thing I'm going to buy.
What are you going to buy?
Yeah, you already know the deal now. We used to talk. You know the deal. You know what I'm going. You know what's up.
You know the routines, the rules.
Okay, guys.
Thank you for listening. You know our millionaire talk. You're listening. You guys are listening to Millionaires in Future. Boom, boom.
On point,
On
millionaires.
point, millionaire.
On point.
You that are listening to, may God bless your pockets.
Inshallah.
Inshallah. Thank you.
And let us know what you prefer. A week with a CEO of your choice or a milli. On point. On point.